That is if we smarten up and start taking care of what we have now for our future. Imagine if my ancestors came to Alaska and took everything they could and left nothing. Where would we be? Most likely not here. Look around you. We, all of us, are the ones who are responsible for the health, the safety, and future of our state. Not the feds, not the government, or others. It is yours as Alaskans, as caretakers, no one else, to take care of what we have here. Did you know that Alaska is the only state in the Union where the people own the natural resources? Not outside interest companies, groups, or others. They lease the right to extract and sell our resources. They don't own them or control them. That is why we have a dividend each year. I've heard it's complicated. Okay, what's so hard? We own the resources. Isn't this great that we own our resources? It's pretty amazing if you look at the rest of the nation. But that's a lot of responsibility. We are responsible to our state, to ourselves, to each other, to our future, to ensure our state is protected, managed, and cared for, so our future can have what we take for granted. It's up to us to protect it so we can have it in the future. We have a story of Sedna. It's a sea goddess. And in our tradition, it's both Yupik and Alutiiq. The sea goddess has a hole in her hand. When she comes, she takes the animal spirits with her, but there's a hole in her hand that allows enough animal spirits to go free in order to sustain us as humans. And for me, we have a logo that goes back about 1,000 years from petroglyphs I've been examining and studying for the last decade. And in there, it's a petroglyph with holes in the hands. And for me, the story is, don't take more than what we need so we can sustain our future. Even lessons that are 1,000 years old that come forward for all of us as Alaskans. As Alaskan graduates, you are our future. You are the ones who are responsible for helping taking care of what happens. What do I mean? Associate of Arts, Associate of Applied Sciences, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Human Services, Bachelor of Sciences. Each of you will have a hand in raising our future children, influencing policies and directing politicians, and more. Your role in our state as individuals is important, and never underestimate this. When I received my degree from UAF in 1992, I never knew that I would end up where I am now. I never thought I would graduate from school. That is how much confidence I had in myself throughout my career. I never thought a PhD, not in my cards. I pursued a degree in English with a focus on becoming a secondary ed teacher so I could fish in the summer months and teach in the winter. But that was not my future. My father lost his salmon permit, which I assumed I would inherit because he could not make the state loan payments. My senior year at UAF, two professors, Dr. Lydia Black and Dr. Perry Gilmore, encouraged me to apply to graduate school. Now what the heck, why not? I have nothing else to lose. To increase the odds, I applied to only two schools, UC Berkeley and Harvard University. Oh, I'll never get in there. I was turned down from Berkeley because my application was stamped on the wrong date, January 1st, 1992, not December 31st, 1991, as I had turned it in on. No late applications is what I got back from my rejection letter from Berkeley. Our postmistress was thinking, oh, I'll make this my first stamp of the year for me, thinking that it was going to be okay. But to my surprise, I was accepted to Harvard in the archaeology department. When I told my mom that I was accepted to graduate school, she replied, yeah, more school? I was the first to graduate from college in my family, let alone to go on to graduate school. From 1992 to 2000, I lived in Cambridge, Massachusetts, Washington, D.C., Chicago, and northern Siberia, Russia, conducting research. I lived with reindeer herders in the Yamal Peninsula. Я иногда тоже думаю, может быть, я вижу Аляска из наша дверь, но немного видно. You guys will get this. Living in Siberia, I could never see Alaska from my teepee door. but I could see the Big Dipper and think of home. Today, your turn. Today, you turn on the phone, computer, the world is right there. Skype, Google, YouTube, Twitter, Tweety, Flutter, whatever names they come up with, it's all right in your face, 24/7. It never stops. And we're also shown that we should never stop either. Work, 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 right? Keep working. Lessons after 12 years of working at a job I love and live for. Hey, you workaholics, you know who you are. Work is important, but a big one here, it will always be there. Remember to take time to be away with your partner, friend, and family. You will do better at work and at home if you find a balance that is healthy for you mentally, spiritually, and physically. Don't wait until later in life, as you can never get this time back. It will be gone. Remember to take time out away from your work. It will always be there. I want to challenge you as you get further into your career to take at least once a month or more to get out of your comfort zone. Stop and listen to your heart beating when you think about what it is you love or person you care about. Go and help someone, but never tell another soul. That is your secret between you and God. It's a silent way of giving back to us as humans. Think about where you will be in 10, 20, 50 years, what you'll have accomplished. Will you feel you made the right choices to care for yourself, your family, your state? What inspires you, your soul? What do you enjoy doing? When I graduated in 2000, I did not know the direction of my path or the direction I would go, let alone take. I work for a museum on the Alutiiq Museum on Kodiak. Our mission is to preserve, perpetuate, and promote Alutiiq culture. Simple, right? No, from 1784 to 1867, the people were controlled by Russians. From 1867 to today, we have become U.S. citizens. But in this time, our history, our self-worth was stripped from us. We became a people displaced within our own land. We were lost. Can you imagine being told your whole life that you're not worth anything and your past ancestors are even less? What does this do to a person? No self-worth and more. This leads to a multitude of social ills. We all see this on the streets. Most of the time we can ignore them until it hits home. I have a sister who's been dealing with many, many issues, and she struggles with it. None of us are immune to this. I did not know this side of our history until I started working at the museum, and that's the ugly side of our history. Cultural suppression, extermination, whether intentional or intended, and loss. So what do we do with this knowledge as we learn it? Instead of sitting down and accepting this, we are choosing to change these attitudes within ourselves. While it took over 200 years to put this in place, we understand and know we can change ourselves. It's not going to come from the outside. Only we can change this. We have 200 years to reverse. This path is not an easy one to face. We start with our children. We give them the knowledge to know their past, their role now, and in the future. Give them the tools to respect themselves as humans. You start here, then you give them a chance to make a healthy choice, to live life alive and happy. Each of you has this power. And that's a lot of responsibility. 3 points, 3 simple points. We are responsible for our future state. You can read into this, whether it's your mind or land. Remember to slow down and see what is around you, as I learned today. Take time to find a balance in life. It really is short, and it passes very fast. What inspires your soul? Find that, and this will help you find a balance so you can live healthy. When I graduated with my PhD from Harvard, I did not know which direction I would go. I was lucky enough to get a job that I would and still love being part of. When you work with a team of people who are dedicated to their job, it's wonderful. Each day is fun. Each day you learn something new. Yes, there are challenges. Yes, you make mistakes and discoveries. But I try to learn from them and adapt to always trying to do better for not only myself, but my future, my children, and hopefully their children, making a difference each day. What is the legacy you want to leave behind? Is our state a better place because of your actions? Will the future look back and see how we all made the right choices to ensure they have something to look forward to in protecting it for their future? I will leave you with this thought, and I want to congratulate each of you for your accomplishment today and your future. Kuya na sinak.
Thank you. Both the Chancellor and Dr. Hawkinson have touched on a theme. It is a pleasure to work at this institution with this faculty, with the staff that helped put this together, and a lot of people spent a lot of time making this happen tonight. And of course, there's the students. And representing the students tonight is the student speaker, Michelle Brown, a graduate of Valley Pathways, a lifelong Alaskan from this valley. She has attended Mat-Su College for 4 semesters. She is married. She is a personal trainer. She will have an Associate of Arts degree momentarily. She plans to go on for a bachelor's degree in nutrition, and she wants to use her education to help educate individuals on the prevention or reversal of chronic disease. Please help me welcome our student speaker, Michelle Brown.
Thank you. Honored guests, teachers, family, friends, and fellow graduates, the class of 2012 has done it. We are graduating college, and today is our day to celebrate. We have earned this. All of us have learned a lot in the last few years, and now we have degrees to show for it. While the degrees themselves are simply pieces of paper, the knowledge we have gained to earn them is worth more than gold, and a treasure that no one can ever take away from us. We would like to thank all of our family members, friends, and teachers who have made this dream come true. Many of us graduating today know that our achievement would not have been possible without our spouses, partners, parents, children, siblings, and friends who supported us. Some of you supported us financially through school. Some did housework for us while we stayed up late writing a paper. Some of you watched our children while we prepared for tests. All of you supported us and encouraged us to keep our eyes on the finish line. You always believed in us and reminded us that we would graduate one day. Your efforts were not in vain. Today is that day. Thank you all for your sacrifices and encouragement and for making this day possible. You know who you are. To our teachers, thank you. Thank you for tutoring us outside of class. Thank you for taking our phone calls at home so that we could better understand our assignments. Thank you for teaching us skills that have made us successful and will continue to help us for the rest of our lives. And thank you for going above and beyond your job. In addition to teaching your course material, I have personally seen many of you help students with difficult problems in their personal lives. A million thank yous will never be enough. You have changed our lives forever in ways you will probably never know. And graduates, we deserve praise as well. We are graduating college in one of the harshest economies our country has seen in decades. For some of us, gas was so expensive that we had to take the bus to school. Jobs dried up, and yet we still had to pay for tuition and textbooks on top of our usual monthly expenses. It was no small feat. Many of us had a budget and strategized to get from one month to the next. We've come together on this day as a team. We have helped each other in many ways. We have tutored one another, carpooled, and shared assignments and notes with our peers when they missed a day of class. We have shared our lunches with other students who were hungry. We have passed our classes as a team, and we are graduating today as a team. As we grow and gain successes in life, let us never forget our humble college days when we were helped by another student. That is perhaps the biggest lesson college teaches. Everyone succeeds more as part of a team. I hope that you, fellow graduates, always help others in need, just as we have helped one another get through college and to this joyous day. Before we walk into the next chapter in our lives, I share this story to encourage you to make a difference in the lives of those around you. Once upon a time, there was a wise man who used to go to the ocean to do his writing. He had a habit of walking on the beach before he began his work. One day, as he was walking along the shore, he looked down the beach and saw a human figure moving like a dancer. He smiled to himself at the thought of someone who would dance to the day, so he walked faster to catch up. As he got closer, he noticed that the figure was a young man's and that what he was doing was not dancing at all. The young man was reaching down to the shore, picking up small objects and throwing them into the ocean. He came closer still and called out, "Good morning. May I ask what it is that you are doing?" The young man paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean." "I must ask then, why are you throwing starfish into the ocean?" To this, the young man replied, "The sun is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them in, they'll die." Upon hearing this, the wise man commented, "But, young man, do you not realize that there are miles and miles of beach and there are starfish all along every mile? You can't possibly make a difference." At this, the young man bent down, picked up yet another starfish, and threw it into the ocean. As it met the water, he said, "It made a difference for that one." Sometimes, when we look at how big the world is, it's hard to see how we can make a difference. We see miles and miles of beach and can be overwhelmed. But we don't need to worry about the starfish that are out of our reach. We need only think about the starfish that we can throw. As Schindler wrote, "Whoever saves one life saves the world entire." Helping even just one person positively affects the world in ways we just can't comprehend. When we help others, we help them reach their full potential, just like we are here today graduating college because of those relatives, friends, and teachers who helped us. Before we part ways, I would like to leave you all with a final thought. An unknown soldier once said, "Courage is endurance for one moment more." No doubt college has tested our endurance, and many of us have fancied thoughts of throwing in the towel. However, we persevered and have succeeded. This speaks volumes of our courage. Many of us were afraid to attend college, afraid that we weren't smart enough, afraid that we would miss too much time with our families, afraid that we were too old or too busy with work. We were afraid that we would fail. But we are here today, armed with degrees and, hopefully, a stronger sense of confidence. May the courage that has seen all of us through college now see us through the rest of our days.
Thank you, Michelle. And now, the event. Will Regent Powers please join me at the podium, and will the candidates for the occupational endorsements and undergraduate certificates please rise? Regent Powers, as director and on behalf of the faculty of Matanuska-Susitna College, it is my pleasure to present the candidates for their occupational endorsements and undergraduate certificates.
By the authority vested in me by the President of the Board of Regents, under the Constitution of the State of Alaska, and upon the recommendation of the Director of the Matanuska-Susitna College, I confer upon you the certificates to which you are entitled, with all rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the occupational endorsements and undergraduate certificates please come forward?
Sigit Billings, Office Digital Media and Office Foundation Certificate. Becky Menifee, Veterinary Assisting Certificate. Patricia Jean Wickham, Office Foundation Certificate and Office Support Certificate. Dory Mardashev, Office Foundation Certificate. Katrina A. Knowlton, Veterinary Assisting Certificate. Rihanna Rose Boney, Veterinary Assisting Certificate. Katrina Hex, Veterinary Assisting Certificate.
Will the candidates for associate degrees please rise? Regent Powers, as director and on behalf of the faculty, it is my pleasure to present these candidates for associate degrees in their respective curricula.
By the authority vested in me by the President of the Board of Regents under the Constitution of the State of Alaska, and upon the recommendation of the Director of the Matanuska-Susitna College, I confer upon you the degrees to which you are entitled with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the associate degrees please come forward?
Michelle Caitlin Brown, Associate of Arts. Brenna Nicole Gebhardt, Associate of Arts. Matthew Anthony Montalvo, Associate of Arts. Anna Milkey, Associate of Applied Science, General Business. Joshua Burkett, Associate of Arts. Eric Burkett, Associate of Arts. Nicholas Ciccarelli, Associate of Arts. Raul R. Davila, Associate of Arts. Mida Marie DeWitt Schiffelman, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services. Tanya Ray Crafton, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services. Tara Rochelle Walter, Associate of Arts. Tammy Lee Ostrom, Associate of Applied Science, General Business. Cora Lynn Holton, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting and General Business. Jessica Marie Dean, Associate of Applied Science, General Business. Tracy Christine Watts, Associate of Applied Science, Paramedical Technology. Loy Forsyth Bigelow, Associate of Applied Science, Paramedical Technology. Darren Swain, Associate of Arts and Associate of Applied Science, Fire and Emergency Services Technology. Nina Leibowitz, Associate of Arts. Kathleen Ann Height, Associate Applied Science, Accounting and General Business. Jeannie Ann Snodgrass, Associate of Arts. Joy Z. Milkey, Associate of Arts. Carlene Louise Hall, Associate of Arts. Sylvia Dawn Peterson, Associate of Arts. David Thomas James McFarland, Associate of Arts. Kayla Nicole Cooney, Associate of Arts. Lee August Smith, Associate of Applied Science, Refrigeration and Heating Technology. Adam Silas Grisham, Associate of Arts. Zachary John Levi Ratzlaff, Associate of Arts. Sergey Konstantinovich Radu, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Systems Technology. Amos Sequoy, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Systems Technology. Terry Penny, Office Foundation Certificate, Office Support Certificate, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Information and Office Systems. Marilyn M. Bergeron, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services, and Certificate in Conflict Resolution. Michaela A. Cloyd, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Information and Office Systems. Catherine Ann Derendinger, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services. Aurora Leffler, Associate of Arts. Denny Now-Yawks, Associate of Applied Science, Small Business Administration.